So why do you people keep on asking me questions about things that I just don't understand? Why you need to even know this shit? Who in the hell gives a shit about the bunkers in the mire? Alright, fine, I'll tell you, but I don't really see why. The bunkers in the mire were built by a group of pre-war anarchists, or at least that's what the government wants to call them. They were built by a group called the Free States. They got that blue star with a broken chain around it. Their main base of operation was Harper's Ferry. It was a town pre-war that had a lot of history tied to it, but mainly it reverted to an age of tourism by the point that the war broke out. Nowadays, it's populated by ghouls, a few scorched on occasion, and a whole hell of a lot of green-skinned monsters. You know those things out of West Tech? They call them super mutants? Yeah, those bastards really love that little town. You'd think some of them were born there. They might have been, from what I've heard. That's a different story for a different time. Anyway, Harper's Ferry was used by the Free States after the war as their staging area. It was the largest town in that region that was still standing, relatively speaking. I don't know if you've been to the mire, but the mire ain't exactly what it used to be. There's a town that's floating up in the air on a column of garbage. Well, it really isn't much of a town. It's more like a truck stop. But you know what I mean. It's there. There's a couple gas stations, some working plants. Not a lot of stuff that, really needs to be explained to you. But after the war, the people came out of their bunkers, and that's what those little bunkers dotted around are. They were led by a man named Raleigh Clay originally, and a senator named Sam Blackwell. Now, no one really knows what happened to Blackwell. But Clay and a lot of the Free States guys had dealings with both the Brotherhood of Steel and the Responders after the war. The Brotherhood came in and tried to seize every weapon and piece of munitions and artillery that they could from the Free States. That didn't go well. Hence why the munitions plant / the armory that is there in Harper's Ferry is all tricked out and ready to rock and roll. Even to this day, long after these people are dead, and you can find out their stories in their bunkers, I highly advise you going to go check them out if you're in the area and need a place to shelter from a rad storm, or just need to get out of something. Just remember, there are things in this world that didn't used to be what they are now. Cockroach didn't used to be the size of a house cat. It used to be the size of a damn cockroach. So, anyway, Harper's Ferry was their stronghold, and it lasted for a while. The problem is, after the war, the mire was kind of hazardous. It's hazardous now, but it was way worse then. They tried to pacify it as best they could. The problem is, as time went on, the scorch arrived. As more scorch arrived, they had to try and deal with it. Now, I don't know if you've been on the receiving end of a scorched yet, or one of those scorched beasts, but it is not a pleasant experience. I do not recommend it. 3 stars or less on the rating. So, now the problem with having a whole city to take care of is it's a whole damn city to take care of. And as I said, the Brotherhood tried to come in and take all their gear, which didn't work out well for the Brotherhood. And then the Brotherhood went off to fight the Scorch Beasts. And well, there's a reason why there were no more Brotherhood until that group arrived from California way. Yeah, they kind of got hosed, man. That's all I can say. And the few that survived, well, they either went raider or they went and ran for the hills with everybody else whenever they cleared out of this area. Because everybody that could left as fast as their little feetsies could carry them, or their motorcycles, cars, whatever they could cobble together that was running could get them the hell out of this shithole. Harper's Ferry is unique in the fact that it is attached to the train line, and that train line leads out of this region. Keep that in mind when you're down there. The Blue Ridge Trading Company uses it as an inroad into this region, which is kind of funny because you'd think if you're going to use an area like that as an inroad, you try and pacify it at least somewhat. But they ain't done shit. They ain't going to do shit. There's no profit in doing that shit. The profit lies in moving stuff up to Foundation. So, but the Free States, all they wanted was really a say in their lives. A say in the things that they didn't have the right to have a say in according to the government anymore. They tried to fight for it, and they lost. Well, we all lost, one way or another. That's what the war was about.